The purpose of our service learning project was to have exercise, science, and communication disorders students come together to help the Bowling Green community. We implemented the program of Bingocize at the Bowling Green Retirement Village to help older adults become more active in their living situation. As we learned in class, older adults are very unlikely to exercise as they age, especially if they have never exercised seriously in their lifetime. Without exercising regularly, they are missing out on the potentially life-altering benefits exercise can provide, such as increasing overall brain health and reducing fall risk, which ultimately can extend the quality of life for that person. We introduced the Bingocize program to our residents at the retirement village and reintroduced it to those returners to the program from past classes to bring together something they are familiar with, bingo, with something that is not so as familiar, exercise. This allows those that aren't proficient with exercise to ease into the movements and get used to exercising while also taking breaks in between to play the bingo game they enjoy. Pairing the exercise with the game is great because it helps with retention rates of the participants as compared to just having an exercise class or program. This program also gets the older adults to not only become more physically active, but also socialize more as it gets them together and allows them to become friends while they do the sometimes awkward exercises together with us. Bowling Green Retirement Village is located just off of Lovers Lane and is full of wonderful retirees. It is an assisted living facility that shares both an independent community and a full-service assisted living community for those that need help with their ADLs. It strives on getting the residents to be as social as possible by providing many services that get everyone together, such as community meals in the dining room, games, performances and speakers, religious services, exercise classes, and many common areas to meet people and socialize. We have an excellent activities director in Kathy that recruits for our Bingocize program, and also a great marketing director named Don that also gets the word out with an up-to-date calendar for the residents.
The condition of our older adults can be broken down into many different states: their physical, cognitive, and emotional shape. Our older adults varied in their physical abilities. Some could do anything and everything we asked of them, but others struggled with even getting out of their chair just to stand. Most of our older adults were more on the comprehensive side of the spectrum. They were able to take care of themselves and could come and go from the facility as they wanted. Our participants could play bingo without any need for assistance. We were lucky to have had participants that were happy and excited to come to Bingocize. They enjoyed playing the games and socializing with us and one another. They all had a positive outlook on life and loved laughing and telling jokes with us.
In order to achieve our purpose and objectives, we did various things. First, we all aimed to include all of our participants. We made sure everyone felt welcome during Bingocize. We also did our best to explain all of the exercises simply and clearly. As the semester went on, we got more and more successful with this. We saw where our participants struggled with understanding, and we slowed down and simplified when necessary. We found that breaking the exercises down as much as possible was very effective for our participants. We also provided individualized modifications for participants that were wheelchair-bound or uncomfortable standing during exercises. Additionally, we sometimes provided modifications to make the exercises more difficult for participants that wanted more of a challenge. This included adding weight and resistance to the exercises. Demonstration was imperative when explaining exercises. We also provided one-on-one support when necessary if the participants struggled with understanding an exercise. At the beginning of the semester, our group did not do very well with keeping track of the number of repetitions for each exercises. We started counting out loud or timing exercises so that the participants could focus on the movements instead of counting. This also made sure that the participants were not doing too few or too many of specific exercises.
We accomplished a lot with our participants. First and foremost, we wanted to make sure that our participants felt welcome and accepted, and they had a good time and that they socialized with their peers. As you can see in the video, we are trying to model for them how to do a certain stretch of their tricep, which was challenging, but it was fun at the same time, and we wanted to make sure that the mood was light and laughing. The main goal of Bingocize was to make sure that they improved their muscular performances. So the first thing that we did was, in the very beginning of Bingocize, we made sure we tried to do a test, which is a chair stand test, and we see how many times they could stand within 30 seconds. And then we did it again at the very last session, which some showed improvements. Not a lot, obviously, because we only met once a week, but we did make some improvements, which is great. This is an example of different warm-ups that we did to introduce to them different things that they can do in the morning to like get ready for the day so they won't pull muscle or strain anything. These are our lower body exercises that we try to introduce so that they could learn how to do different activities to improve their muscular performances throughout the day that they might not do already. This is an example of our upper body exercises that we did with them to try to show them different things they can do for the upper body that they may not do in a daily activity outside of Bingocize. So hopefully that we can introduce that to them so that they can improve outside of working with us.
Bingocize program has taught us more than we expected. We increased our own knowledge exponentially about the importance of the impact of physical activity on the aging process. We knew it was important before participating in this program, but it has become much more evident after participating how staying active has a direct correlation to our health in daily lives. Additionally, we have learned about the connection between social interaction and programs such as Bingocize. Although this program was meant to increase physical activity, it has also increased social interaction, which has a positive effect on the individual's quality of life. Bingocize created an opportunity for us to not only work with the elderly population, but also other students from another field. This experience with interpersonal relationships has helped put into perspective how helpful it is to learn from other professionals. Each field has insightful knowledge to benefit the client.
Our participants had fun and enjoyed being there. We have heard them say multiple times how fun it was to be a part of Bingocize and that they look forward to it every week. Not only did they have fun playing bingo, but they benefited from the exercises as well. While being there, they improved their muscular strength and endurance without even realizing it. When they came to Bingocize, they felt like they were part of a team and got that social interaction they desired and needed. They now have the knowledge to hopefully continue exercising to improve their health even more. We feel like the only thing we would do differently if we had to do it over again is to take the exercises slower. We would try to motivate them more by taking a minute before each exercise to explain to them how it relates to the real world. That way they get a practical viewpoint as to why we're doing that certain exercise with them. They would try to do the exercises right rather than just doing it just to do it. Overall, we think we did a great job, and we've been told by the staff as well as the participants that we've been the best group so far. We take pride in that, and we feel like our hard work has paid off.
It has been a privilege working with the residents of the Bowling Green Retirement Village. The people there have left an impact on each of us, and we can only hope we have done the same. I think it is safe to say, at the beginning of this semester, we weren't entirely sure what we were getting ourselves into, but these residents have stolen our hearts. They are clever and quick to make a joke, and always have a smile on their faces. I speak for all of us when I say we will truly miss this rowdy bunch next fall. As for the next group of students that have the privilege to work with these residents, treat them with respect and appreciate them for who they are, because they are kind and full of life no matter their age. And finally, we'd like to thank the Bowling Green Retirement Village for hosting us. We will miss you dearly.